I yearn with every passing day to again feel the flow of the river beneath my feet. There are few challenges quite like pursuing the king of fish, the Atlantic salmon, from the River Spey in Scotland. It's the ultimate chase for the biggest prize of all. One can only marvel at the beauty of the Spey, its valleys, its forests, its rivers, and these magnificent creatures running the clear rivers from the deep northern oceans. It's a joy to fish here, particularly in the spring when the countryside is coming alive with colour, yet there's still a chill in the air and the water. The river, it's crystal clear, cold and alive. It's carved its way through the wilderness, holding the ultimate prize for those with enough patience in their veins. This river has blessed me with some fine salmon to my rod over the years, and I'm grateful for every one of them. Each year it becomes harder and the challenge heightens, but the enticement for just one more only becomes stronger. I've had a few messages asking about my setup at this time of year, so I'll run you through what I'm using today. On the point, I have a size 10 Cascade double. I rarely use anything bigger in this pattern. Not much more needs to be said about this classic pattern first tied by Ali Gowans. It's one of my go-to flies at any time of the year, but I find it works particularly well in peaty coloured water. My reel is a 4-inch Saricione Mark IV. I've had this reel a long time. I love the sound with the fish on and the drag has never let me down. This one has a modified drainage system to allow the drag to dry out properly as it's not a sealed system. The Ors & Mackenzie Atlas 6-piece in a 9-weight. It's 13 foot 7 inches long. This rod is perfect in just about any situation. I love the fast action of this rod and it's built to very high quality. For conditions like today, I opt for a full floating line with a 10 foot slow sink polyleader. This line is from Scott Mackenzie. It's a 40 foot 42 gram line and a 9-10 weight. I find this system is perfectly balanced and the line casts out with ease. I'm very happy with it. This morning, I'm heading up to fish at the March Pool in the south bank at Ballindalloch Castle. It's early spring and the river is running clear at a good height today. It's maybe a little bright for salmon, but there might be a chance to surprise a fish before the sun rises further and warms the water. This pool is split between Tulkindee and Ballindalloch, thus it's aptly named the March Pool, which means boundary or border. I've had success in this pool on both beats and I always enjoy a cast across this water. The south bank with its shallow shingles is a very pleasant cast compared to the north bank, which is steep and hard to cast off of. It's a pool I look forward to fishing, particularly from the south bank at the castle water. I've always found it a bit strange because at Tulkin I much prefer the north bank, regardless of the tricky nature of the cast. It's a lovely secluded road that takes me from the main road to the March Pool here at Ballindalloch. It's an enjoyable drive, and it always allows me time to anticipate what might lie ahead. As I make my way along this quiet, secluded riverside drive, my thoughts turn to my tactics for the day. At this height, there will be no need for anything other than a floating line and a small dress double. I'll take my time here in this pool, making sure I thoroughly cover all the classic taking spots where a fish might be lying. The road brings me right down to the side of the pool, and I can see the condition of the water as I make my way along to the bench, where I start my fishing this morning. I scan the water searching for any sign of movement. It's still for now, except for the slight ripple of the water as it flows downstream from Tulkin to the Ballindalloch pools below. I'm really looking forward to this cast today. Like many salmon pools, the March pool is characterised by a shallow shingle leaning towards a deep channel on the opposite bank. It's typical of an angler's mind when fishing such a pool that the salmon will prefer the deeper channel to lie resting in the dark water. It's as if they will find solitude and protection in the depths. It follows that the angler feels the need to wade deeper, cast that a little bit further, and to let the fly hang longer in the deep channel, but forgetting about the shallow shingle. This is particularly true when casting from the shallows. Let's have a look at what's lying in the March pool today. We can see salmon sheltering in the classic lies of the deep channels we pan up the pool. This is definitely where we anticipate the fish to be. See how camouflaged they are. It's late spring. These are fresh run salmon taking a short break from the tiring journey upstream. But their silver flanks are hidden and they lie dark and silent. They're hardly moving but for an idle swing of the tail to hold them steady in the slight current. But here's something I didn't expect. A fish lying in the shallow shingle on a quiet lie behind a rock. From the air, it's in plain view, but from an angler's viewpoint it's impossible to see. This is proof enough for me that an angler should cover all of the water. Wade just deep enough for the fly to swing over as much of the breadth of the pool as necessary to cover all the potential lies. Most of all, let the fly hang on the dangle, just that little bit longer. I have cloud cover for my second run down the pool. I've moved a couple of fish already, so I know my fly is working well. There's a take. Not sure what I got hold of yet. Doesn't feel much, but I'll recover my running line and get it onto the reel and see what happens. It's a fish of some sort, but it's not doing much, so I'm thinking it's maybe just a smolt or a small brownie. I'll get it in and have a look at it. Oh wait a minute, this fish has a bit of weight to it after all. I might be into something decent here. I don't think it realises it's been hooked yet. This is going to be interesting when it wakes up. Oh, here it goes now. Well, that's definitely not a smolt, and it feels like a decent fish. I'll need to be careful here. They start to push upstream. That's what I find really fresh fish will do. I don't like them to get upstream of me, so I'll recover line and keep it at bay. If it does try to get above me, I'm going to walk upstream. It feels like it's shaking its head, but I've seen underwater footage of salmon in this situation, and what the fish is actually doing is burying its head in the riverbed and trying to dislodge the hook. I got some advice from a gillie once to raise the rod and lift the fish off the riverbed. I do this instinctively now when I feel a fish shaking like that. It seems to work. Leave a comment down below if you have any opinion on this tactic. Okay, here's the tricky part for me. I really like to get multi-angles for my video editing, so I'm going to drop this other camera on the bank. It's a gamble, because it's difficult to play the fish at the same time, but I think it's worth the risk. Anyway, here goes. Okay, that's it done. To be honest, the fish is rather cooperative there, don't you think? Now I can get on with the business of getting this fish on the bank. The fish is coming right into the shallow water, which has surprised me, I must say. I expected it to be staying out in the deep water. This should make it easier for me though, so I'm not complaining at all.
I can really get a good look at it now. It's bright silver. It's so fresh and it still has a lot of go about it. That's it pushing out to deep water again. I really hope it doesn't try hard to head upstream. I'm quite happy where I am now. I have it on a short line and I feel it tiring. I'll just keep inching it towards me. I never carry a net, so I'm going to have to beach this fish when the time comes. I love it when it comes to the part of the fight that you can clearly see the fish in the water that you've been playing. Up close, these Atlantic salmon are just a magnificent competitor. But it's also that time when a lot of fish will be lost. You get the confidence the fish is yours, and often that is a time you lose concentration and loosen off playing the fish. I need to keep everything tight as it mills around in the shallow water in front of me. I need to bide my time and wait till this fish is ready, and that will be on its terms and not mine. There's still a bit of fight left in this one, so I'm going to have to be careful and keep the pressure on it as it gets closer. I always have a tendency to want to walk towards the fish at this time of the fight, but I'm going to stay in the sandy bay as it's a great place to beach a fish. If I walk further downstream, it's only going to get harder to land the fish because of the rising bank. I'm going to stay put and bring the fish to me. I take a couple of steps and I remember I need to stand my ground. I need to keep my eye on where I'm going to land this fish. I'm starting to get nervous now and it shows, because I'm starting to force this fish. But it's so close now to the bank. But it's not giving up yet. Oh, that was close. I almost took a lunge for it there, but thought better of it just in time, thankfully. I think that would have been a big mistake.
I'll be okay.
Well, that's a nice offer from the gilly at Tolkien to row over and help me, but this fish is on this side now. It's beaten, and it's coming in. There, that's it now. What a cracking fish. I'll keep it wet and try and aerate it a bit before I take the hook out and release it. Well, this fish put up a great fight. I'm estimating it at about 8 or 9 pounds, but it really doesn't matter to me. It's a bar of silver and I'm absolutely delighted with it. That fly is well bedded in the roof of its mouth. It was never going to come out. You can see my hand shaking. After 40 odd years of salmon fishing, I'm still as nervous and excited about catching this fish as I was my first ever salmon. It shows what they mean to me. It's recovered a bit now, so I'll get a quick photo for my memories and get it back into the water and away back to its lie. It's probably got a long way to go yet, so I'm going to make sure it's fully recovered before I release it. There. Have a look at that for a bar of silver. Fresh as paint, Spey Atlantic salmon. Magnificent, aren't they? It's recovering well and I can feel the power in its tail. This fish isn't going to need much encouragement to get away. That's it away with a strong flick of its tail. Good to meet you, my friend, and safe travels.